Hello again everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of the custom hold by Insoluble. She'll carry a really big sword. Last time we got this dagger level done, and also the previous level, which was the stick. A few rooms about the stick. So let's move on. I feel like we searched every room and still no sign of Mr. Twiddles. Where do you suppose he went? Ugh, that chowderhead probably wandered off again. Look, we better check back in with 35th for further instructions. Right, back to HQ. I'm going to take the long way. I need to do some thinking. Oh, okay. I'll just meet you there, sorry. And I'm going to ditch this stupid dagger. The thing has no reach. Wait, what? It's too short, practically useless for self-defense. Well, why not just attach it to the end of that stick you're carrying? What? You mean like this? I suppose that could work. Interesting explanation as to kind of what the how the spear came about. Stupid brain, you're so dumb. When you tell monsters where to go, you forget that they can't walk right through you. It's like you totally forgot you exist. What? I haven't forgot that I exist. I suppose I haven't really figured out what I want out of life. But maybe I'm starting to. So there. Whatever. Okay, and yeah, that was a small hint as to what's to come. Talking about brains don't path map through themselves. So I can tell you when it's insoluble and it involves brains, we're going to be looking at the more interesting aspects of their of their kind of path mapping and how they work. I kind of feel like in the official holds this wasn't really explored anywhere near as much as it could have been. You know, brains are a super interesting element, but maybe a few rooms in the Second Sky kind of explored it a bit more, but definitely before that we kind of got nothing that really went into the intricacies and the detail which makes brains so interesting. They were just kind of, yeah, the monsters will go to B-throw because there's a brain in the room, deal with it. But no, brains are far more than that, and one of my favourite elements in the game. I've worked on a bunch of rooms involving kind of the more arcane aspects, I suppose, of brain path mapping and stuff like that. And Insoluble does the same thing, and in fact, in my hold, which is in architecture at the moment, I have a room which is inspired by the kind of layout of this level with the crumbly walls like this and this sort of mechanism, and pretty much all of these rooms have the similar sort of structure, and what is required, if I just remind myself, I think my room is a bit different in terms of what's needed, but yeah, these rooms looks like we need to have the construct hit this plate. Well, it only needs to actually be twice, but maybe due to the length of the doors, it will need to be more than twice. Because, well, you'll see anyway, we'll see. What would be best is if we can set up indefinitely this construct just stepping onto this plate and stepping off this plate, and so it will eventually mean that this construct can come through and hit this plate, allowing us to leave this section, and then it will step on this hot tile, and we'll clear the room. So yeah, this is pretty simple, this one. If you haven't seen stuff like this before, like I say in the speech at the start of the room, Insoluble gave us a little hint and talking about how brains don't path map through themselves, and that's a very useful, can be anyway, a very useful tool. Because it allows us to do something like this. And this will go on indefinitely, by the way. But what's happening is the brain tells the construct to go move through it. The construct then can't, so just does its own thing, which is step back. And this kind of happens forever. The brain tells the construct to move northeast. It can't, so it just moves east, because that's the way constructs move. And this goes on forever. In fact, yeah. So pretty simple. If you haven't seen anything like that, then this is that's a very, very, very kind of straightforward and simple application of brain path mapping and how you can get monsters to do funky things. I think one of the levels in Gigantic Duel Lost also explored similar sorts of situations, but much less complex, I think, just because the elements they had available to them back when that hold was released was obviously fewer. Right, so what do we need here? So one thing to note about snakes is that brains will path map through their heads, but not through the tails. The body and tail segments of a serpent are what we call brain visible objects or obstacles, like walls and stuff. So the brain will not path map through the serpent body. In which case, I think we might want something like... Well, we need the construct to oscillate between path mapping this way and path mapping this way. So how's that going to work? To be honest, with rooms like this, you kind of want to just try a few things. One thing I want to try is just... what happens if I set up the rattlesnake to do something not like that. If I'm just facing a slightly different direction, this could work. More like that. I don't know if this will actually work, but it might. Note also that we do only need to have the construct stepping on the plate a couple of times. It's not. This isn't a room where the construct needs to indefinitely be stepping on the plate, which is an important distinction. Yeah, and this doesn't work because basically the brain tells the construct to path map through the rattlesnake head. The construct then obviously can't. But then there isn't a move that a non-brained construct would then make, because obviously it's not going to move away from B-throw when it's non-brained, so it just kind of stands in place. So that's not quite what we want. What we might want here is a situation where, well, like we described earlier, where the contract only needs to step on this plate twice. In fact, what about something like this, where if we have how is this going to work? I'm just thinking, if we have the snake doing this, then what will happen is that I think I actually need to break another tile here. What will happen is that for one turn in the cycle, in this cycle of sort of 4 moves, as the rattlesnake rotates around this kind of 2x2 box, in one turn in this cycle, there is a path to be thrown, or the brain, to the player, and the brain considers there to be a suitable path, and it is on this square, on this turn, the serpent is like this, and so the brain says, okay, we can path map through the serpent's head, and then through, up here. And then on the next turn, now the tail is blocking off both of the segments, both of the diagonals here. And so it can no longer, the brain says, nope, you can't go this way, you're going to have to go another way. And so if we have another sort of passage this way, which is a little bit longer, something like that, then this could work. And yeah, what's going to be difficult here is just setting this up. So obviously, that's not quite what I want. That'll do. Obviously, we do need to actually have the rattlesnake doing what we want it to. Which I think we can set up. In fact, yeah, I don't even think we need the brain to be doing anything at all. Because yeah, that's not quite what we want. Yeah, I think that's more like it. This isn't working because right, I think actually we want the snake to be coming in from this side. So kind of the mirror image of what I had before. So something more like, if I can actually get this, yeah, I actually need the snake to do what I want here. I think having the construct just not doing anything is going to help me, so that I can just, as soon as the turn 30 hits, then I can just push it onto the plate, kind of... I need to make myself a little bit more distance. Like so. And now the snake is coming in from this side, and yes, now it will be in a perfect loop. The reason why it wasn't looping before, when it came in from this direction, is just because what happens is also once the snake reaches this position, it then tries to path map this way, I think. And so before it was moving south to get there, but now I think because of preferences it moves east and first rather than south, and once it moves east, then a space is freed up here that it can move into, which is shorter, this route, than going around. So that's just why I just had to slightly readjust what was going on. And yeah, there we go. We managed to set up a situation where the construct is again oscillating, and we can clear the room. Fun. Okay, what's going on here? Same setup, but we're using broken orbs. Okay, so I think... yeah. Okay, well, obviously the Omnic beams destroy broken orbs. And this is, I think, a case where that we only need to actually hit this plate a few times comes into place. I don't think I can set up a situation where the Omnic indefinitely goes backward and forward, just because the beams will eventually destroy the broken orbs. So what I want is a situation where Omnic comes in, tries going, you know, through this way, and then once it hits this plate, ends up somehow destroying an orb which allows it to move back the way it, you know, well, not, yeah, which allows it to move back through here over the plate again, and then obviously that will, yeah. So we need to have a situation where the Omnic now has like destroyed an orb, which allows it, which makes the brain say, nope, actually go this way, path map back through this pressure plate tile, so it hits it again and then frees the construct. So how am I going to set this up? This is an interesting one. If I do something like this, like... what... yeah, I think we need something which is like really close to actually being done. Something like that, maybe. But we somehow need... yeah, we somehow then need the Omnic to be looking this way again. How is that going to happen? I mean, it starts facing diagonally once it gets to, like, here. But that doesn't really help us, I don't think. Oh, actually, it might. Yeah, if I can have it so that this orb is broken already, and then this orb is missing, and this orb is missing, but this orb is still yeah, I still need it to step on here. Right. Yeah, I think... Okay, I think I have an idea about how this is going to go. So, we do something like this. Yeah, okay, that doesn't quite work actually, because once it destroys this orb and this orb, then it's just going to want to go through there, rather than path mapping back this way and then going through there. But, like, what if I sort of made it go back this way? Would then it rotate by the time it kind of got to... Yeah, so that actually is very close to what I want then. If I actually, like, destroyed... If I just did that... I do actually need to be standing here just to make sure that this does work. No. Okay, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay, well... My diagonal idea... I think does still have some merit, but... Oh, no, I got it. It's actually way simpler. I was very overthinking this. Once I have it, once I have the Omtlick... Once it's on, Oh, and I actually do want to press this plate again. Like that. Hang on. Yeah, once this Omtlick gets into this column, it will just, like... It will be facing north the whole time, and so it will just destroy these two orbs, and then we'll want to pathfind back through the pressure plate. So I think that is actually the solution I want, if I can actually get it to go through this path. That is. I think I need something maybe more like this. Where that's clearly shorter than going around, I think. Yeah. I don't want it to be able to destroy any of those orbs though before it reaches the pressure plate, which it still can, unfortunately. What about something more like that then? Or I've got a bigger distance in between, like I've got a bigger thickness of wall here. No, again, that isn't quite going to work because those diagonals are going to not be very nice on these two orbs. But I think that might. Let's just see. Yeah, I get the 2 hits I need, so I just need to make sure that the pressure plate is in the kind of right. In the right sort of like selection right now, i.e. this door is open rather than this door being closed. The Omplic then opens this door, gets to this point, thus destroying this orb, and then wants to path map straight to me now, so hits the plate again, allowing the construct to go and stand on the hot tile. Nice. That's a good one. I really like that one. What's good is that it kind of mixes up. You know, what we've seen for the first 2 rooms was that we set up something which happened indefinitely. Whereas in this room, it was something which just happened the 2 times that we needed it to. Cool. What a lazy architect. All these rooms are basically the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this side, I think. Okay. I'll do this room then. So I've got 2 golems, and I need again a pattern where the golems will hit this plate once and then twice, so that I can actually leave. And yeah, this is a demonstration of what happens with direct-only beelining type monsters when they're trying to go through a brain, invisible object like a brain. They just stop. Unlike a, well, yeah, they're actually doing the same as they kind of ordinarily would, in that the brain tells them to wait, and so they do. And when a brain tells a monster to wait, that usually, I'm not sure if it's 100% of the time, but it usually means do your default movement pattern. And obviously, by default, they will just stay still. They'll just stay stuck to the brain. So that's what happens. Once I then step south, then the brain's like, oh, you can move that way and path map around me, because they prefer going. You know, they like moving orthogonally first and then diagonally. So the brain then tells it to move east, and so that's what they do. This is going to be a small pain to set up because we can't kill them. But I think I want a situation where... Oh, okay. That's a bit different then. Yeah, this is an on-off pressure plate, not a multi-use pressure plate. Okay. Right, so what's going on here? Yeah, again, what happens is, currently the brain is telling this golem to move diagonally this way, and this golem to move west through the brain, and so they're both stationary. Once I step on this tile, then the brain's like, actually, you move orthogonally so that you first, because that's what they like to do, and then you can move diagonally towards the player, which is why it gets kind of freed up. Yeah, this one's actually going to be quite tricky, I think. It's more difficult than the other 3 rooms we've done so far in this level. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. I need the plate held down until I get to here, and then I need it to no longer be held down. How is that going to happen? Okay, I think I have an idea. I think I actually want the these golems to be doing something like this. Yeah, that still doesn't quite work. Maybe then I do want them to be going... I do want them to be having their orthogonal preference sort of messed with, rather than their diagonal preference. One thing to note is that, of course, I have got 2 golems, and one of these golems can be used as a corpse. I don't need like both of these golems to be alive. I just need one of them to be alive. So like... yes, actually, so what I said earlier was slightly wrong. When the brain tells direct only beelining monsters to wait, they just wait. They don't do their own thing, they just wait. And so this is why the golem can get stuck in weird positions where, despite the player being south of this golem, it's still trying to go north straight through the brain, which is an odd situation. The thing, the problem is that there isn't a, there's no way I can change this tile, like which tile I've destroyed. The path map is going to be pretty much, it's going to be identical all the way through this passage. But I need it to change only once it gets to here. Which is interesting. So I do still think I actually may need both golems alive to make things easier on myself. I'm not sure which... I'm not sure which crumbly wall I need to destroy either at this point. And yeah, these golems are also a slight pain to set up correctly. So, yeah, this is a difficult one. I'm trying to get them in a line like they were at the start of the room. I think I want a situation kind of like this though. But I don't see how I can get this to hold until I'm down here. Or maybe I can just have a line sort of behind them, behind the brain. I just have the two rock golems sort of in a row. like that. That still doesn't do anything though. They're just stuck. They're just stuck. Oh. I think I have it. I think I have it. I can use the second rock golem corpse to actually... yeah, I can use the second rock golem corpse to actually break break the path map. Something like this. If I take one of these and kill it, and I can have this second golem like that. It's trying to path map through the brain, and then I step here and then do that. Then what happens now is that this rock golem corpse then blocks the path from this golem to me, because obviously the brain knows that this rock golem can't move through a rock golem corpse, because a rock golem corpse is essentially a wall. And so now it reverts back to unbrained movement, and so does what a rock golem does and steps southwest off the plate. And so now I can go back and kill them. Cool. Yeah, that was a fun room. That was a really interesting one. It took me a little while, and I had to try a few things in order to get the end up sort of finding the solution. But yeah, it's just about using all the resources that you have available to you. One thing I should have kind of cottoned onto is the fact that Insoluble hasn't really expected us to do any tricky manipulation for the rest of the hold, and so why would he then make us manipulate 2 brain golems at once to be in an exact formation? He wouldn't. He'd want you to manipulate 1 brain golem, which is very, very easy with a pushing weapon. Right, okay. This one's going to be a bit different. Obviously, in these 2 rooms, these 2 rooms, the construct was the one to step on the plate here, but in this instance, the construct can't step on this plate. So, so we need the eye to step on the plate. Right. So there are a couple of things that I can try here. First of all, just to check, can eyes see through golem construct corpses? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure I see the solution. Right. So if we can set up a situation where the eye is looking at us, so say, yeah, in line with this checkpoint. We put the eye there. And remember, guys, we only need the this plate to be touched, to be hit twice. So that is going to be the key to this room. I don't think there's a way to set up the eye oscillating here, just because of the number of obstacles here means that we can't set up anything with the brain in this place, and the same here. Like, the construct can't stand on the All Might, so there's pretty much nothing else we can do to set up an oscillating eye. But I don't want to put the eye actually there yet. I want to have it there. But what we can do is we know that construct corpses are, well, I know that. I'm not sure. it's logically kind of makes sense. Construct corpses are brain visible obstacles. The brain will not try and path map through a construct corpse. But once the construct wakes up, you know, that's fair game. The brain kind of assumes like, oh, the brain kind of assumes that the construct can, you know, move, and so therefore, like, why wouldn't the eye be able to also move into this spot? So we need to time that a bit better. What we can do here is we wake up the eye. It then goes and steps on... I think my timing needs to be actually quite specific here. What we want is the eye to wake up. It goes and steps on this plate. But then what happens is the construct wakes up and starts moving, freeing up this path around. And so this eye then goes, oh, actually, this path is shorter. I'm going to go this way instead. And to set that up, I think I need something slightly different. I think I want to have the eye trying to move through here, which is very close, and have the other alternative pathway to be right the way out here, which is obviously far away. It doesn't actually matter where the brain is, but I'll put it here just because I can. We do need to move the eye out here though, so if let's just make that happen, and the eye can go. Let's put it there for now, and then we're just setting up the same situation as we had last time, which is the construct in this spot. Yeah, and I think I should just have just about enough time to do that. Yeah. So we kill the construct. We then wake up the eye at a particular turn in the cycle. I think we want to do it like now. No. Oh, well. Actually, in that case, I do want to have the plate kind of the other way around, so I want to be hitting this plate first. Because of how close the eye is to the plate. So we do that, wait for about this turn, I think. Yeah, okay, nearly. I think that actually we do want to set this up a bit further away, so that we have enough time to go down here and have the construct 1, 2, 3, 3 turns. Have moved 3 turns while we're standing here before the eye hits this plate. So we need to set up this box, like I say, this kind of diagonal a bit further away. I think this basic shape though should work. This feels about right. Actually, let's... oh, we can't have that. We have to have woken up the construct first. Maybe those... Maybe that... maybe that checkpoint is telling us where we should put the eye. Maybe I was right the first time I set it up. Yeah, okay, we left it too long there, so let's yeah. And too short there, so I want to be, I think, there. One turn later, possibly. No. Okay, well... Right. Maybe in that case then we want this to happen, say, in this spot instead. Like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset this up. Actually, I'm gonna have to destroy these walls again. I feel like I'm close. Like here? Is that gonna work? Can I get the? Actually, yeah, I can just use the... I don't actually need to step on this top section of the room again. So having the passage one further to the west might actually be all I need, and I can go back to the previous configuration of having the diagonal like this rather than like it is now. But I think that this should work. Yeah, see now now the problem is that the eye is just too close to the plate. So yeah, I was right the first time then in terms of my setup, which was here. Yeah, I don't actually need the brain, so I don't know why I keep putting the brain in this setup with the with everything else, because I don't need to. Maybe that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Finally got that one done. That one took a little bit longer than, I'd hoped it would. Considering I had like the right configuration in terms of like the structure that I'd built was right. It was just the it was everything else, like the timing and the position along this wall that was off by like one tile or something. So I kind of, in this one, I spent more time on the exacts of the setup rather than the general principle, which, it happens sometimes. But there you go, another fun room. Right, okay. Looks like I need the construct to be our machine here. Now, mirrors are brain visible objects, so you know the brain isn't going to try and make the construct path map through the mirror. So how am I going to set up an oscillating scenario here? I was going to say, like, what I could do... no, that's not going to work. I was thinking, like, I can, like, smash the mirror, kind of like what happened in the previous room, where the construct corpse was an obstacle, and then once it woke up, there was no longer an obstacle there. And I can do similar thing, I think, or if the room is different, I could do a similar thing with the mirror, where you know, the mirror is an obstacle, and then I smash it, and then there's no obstacle there anymore. But I don't think I can set that up in this room. So I need to figure out something else. Wait, the construct can push the mirror. Yeah, the construct can push the mirror. So could I then make it so that the construct pushes the mirror in such a way that it blocks its path? Yeah, I think I could do something like that. How about this then? Nope, I need to keep that alive. How about this? So I'm thinking that I'm thinking that what will happen here is that the brain will want the construct to move to get to here and then step diagonally through the brain. The construct will then be like, nah, don't want to do that. And then it will... yeah, maybe this won't work, actually. But I think this is close. I think the idea is right. Let's just see. I'm pretty sure, actually, now thinking about it, I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, because what happens instead is that... okay, well, this is actually essentially right, though. Yeah, I think this is basically what I want. Although, is it? I need the construct to be making a non-brained movement in order for it to push the mirror. Like, the only way it's going to be able to push that mirror is if it makes a non-brain movement. Because, like, the way the brains work is that they just tell instructions in general. Like, the brain doesn't know that this is a construct, right? So the brain doesn't know that, for example, the construct can't move onto all mites. So it will just tell the construct to move through all mites. Similarly, the brain doesn't know when it's controlling a snake, so it will still try and make a snake go diagonal, even though a snake can't do that. Similarly, then, it kind of works the other way around. The brain doesn't know this is a construct, and so doesn't know that constructs can push mirrors. And so the only time the construct is going to try to make a move where it pushes the mirror, i.e. it moves onto the tile that a mirror already is if it's making an unbrained move. So I need to set up a situation where the brain is blocking the construct's path, and then the construct decides to do its own thing. The brain's like, okay, I don't know what to do now. So the construct then pushes the mirror, is what I want. The construct makes an unbrain movement and pushes the mirror. So I do need to use the brain for something. It just needs to be a slightly different situation to what I've set up right now. So I'm thinking maybe something like I think I need to have this moved over a little bit. Yeah, okay, that would work if this was set up slightly differently. Okay, so I think the pattern I want is actually like this. I can't get a brain through there though, so. And also I can't get a mirror through there. Brilliant. Okay. So I think what I want is okay, this isn't actually the setup I quite want. I think the setup I actually want is that. Because then, let's just see. Other way up. So what happens is, in this spot. Ah, no, this isn't going to work as well. Yeah, this nearly... actually, no, can it? No, this isn't going to work either. Okay. Actually, yeah, this is very close. This is close. I think if I do this, I think what's going to end up happening is that the construct will come in like this. It will then try and move through the brain. It can't, and so tries to move southeast. It also can't do that. Because there's an obstacle here, and then because of vertical preference will therefore move south, and then it will push the mirror down here, blocking its path off, and then we'll have to go back around the other way. I think that that will do it. So let's set that up. What's it doing instead? This isn't quite working. Oh. Right. Yeah, it's not actually making an unbrained move at any point here. It's making a... It's still making brained moves to kind of navigate around the brain, I think. I'm not actually sure what it's doing here. I need to brush up a bit on my knowledge. All I do know is that I am very close. Like, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. In terms of like the setup I want. The idea is right, but the setup is slightly wrong. Yeah, because I thought it would get to there and then try and make an unbrained move, but actually no, it doesn't do that. It does something different. So yeah, okay. Maybe I'll come back to this one in next episode. I think now's a good time to stop this one, because this room could take a little while, and then who knows, this one could as well. So yeah, I think it's best just to leave it there, and yeah, I'm gonna see if I can finish this room off on the next episode. I mean, I've got a general idea. I just need to make sure that my specific principles and my specific setup is right in order to actually achieve what I want to achieve. So yeah, anyway, this has been Shield Carrier Really Big Sword, and hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching.